Il est 5h sur les ondes de Rinse, ici Mathilde Raynal, parfaitement verrouillée au micro et prête à un tout nouveau débrief. Débrief, attention, très particulier cet après-midi, celui d'une aventure absolument fabuleuse à laquelle Léa, ici présente,
coucou,
a dit bonjour avant même que je l'introduise. Non mais c'est
Bah
fou.
oui, star ou pas?
Comment vas-tu, ma douce?
Bah écoute, ça va super, rentrer en bombe.
Ouais, rentrer en bombe, ça fait
Toujours.
longtemps qu'on s'est pas vu.
Oui.
La dernière fois qu'on s'était vu, justement, c'était à l'occasion de ce superbe festival.
Exactement.
On va raconter aujourd'hui.
De
Petit roulement de tambour, vas-y, de quel festival parlons-nous, Léa?
Et aujourd'hui, on va parler du Neopop Festival qui a eu lieu en août, tout début août.
C'était du 9 au 11 août,
ouais,
si je
ça.
ne m'abuse, ou au 12 août, je ne sais plus, mais c'était pas vraiment encore le 15 août, t'as capté. Mais c'était déjà la période où tu bronzes bien, où tu te sens bien à la pistache.
Exactement.
Ça. Une partie de ce qu'on a fait au Portugal, mais pas seulement. On est là aujourd'hui justement pour vous raconter toute cette petite aventure. 1 heure à vos côtés, histoire de découvrir ensemble notre aventure portugaise.
Le périple.
À Viana Do Castelo. Viana Do Castelo, pour les incultes, c'est une petite ville située du côté de Porto, accessible à environ 20 € de Uber depuis Porto, ce qui est très
C'est hyper précis.
En vrai, il faut le savoir, parce que je l'avais déjà fait en Uber une fois et je te jure que c'est assez décente lorsque le festival ne vient pas te chercher directement à l'aéroport. Bref, tout ça, c'est pour vous raconter le Neopop Festival. Peut-être que tu peux nous dire quelques mots, Léa, au sujet de ce rendez-vous techno iconique.
Alors, moi, je dirais que c'est un rendez-vous intense pour tous les férus de techno, où il faut être prêt à transpirer, à danser toute la nuit jusqu'au petit matin et plus, car ça dure très longtemps.
L'after termine à genre 11h. Un truc comme ça.
Sachant qu'il fait déjà chaud, que le soleil tape, donc il faut vraiment être prêt. Et puis plein de belles interviews et de belles rencontres.
Plein de belles rencontres, voilà. 3 jours de teuf, du coup je vous le disais, dans la région de Porto, tout autour de la techno, mais la techno avec voilà les déclinaisons, on n'est pas juste
hyper large.
Dans du tunnel permanent. On va avoir une grosse scène avec tous les headliners que tu connais, on va avoir une plus petite scène plus expérimentale où il se passe plein de choses assez fascinantes. C'est vrai qu'on va pas vous mentir, on était souvent sur la petite scène.
Ouais. Beaucoup de découvertes, mais beaucoup de gros headliners aussi, et je trouve que c'était un bon mélange qui permet de retrouver ses repères tout en étant curieux. Voilà.
Tout à fait, c'est le mot, curiosité. Repères, deux mots qui vont très bien avec ce festival. Nous, ça fait franchement, je crois, 6 ans qu'on est partenaire de ce festival avec Rinse. On y va très souvent. C'est notre rendez-vous finalement annuel, notre petite messe estivale, j'ai envie de dire, où on découvre du coup chaque année une quarantaine d'artistes.
Festival.
Compliqué le jeu de mots, un petit peu trop solide.
Un peu.
Voilà, du coup en fait c'est tous les ans pour nous l'occasion de rencontrer des artistes que l'on adore et dont on adore vous parler, comme ceux du coup qu'on va vous présenter aujourd'hui. Celles et ceux qu'on va vous présenter, on a d'abord monsieur Rui Vargas, une artiste que j'aime énormément, attention, la big boss Imogen, et enfin on va pouvoir écouter le programmateur de l'événement qui s'appelle Freshkitos, ou Gustavo de son véritable prénom, et on va commencer du coup par un artiste qui est vraiment selon moi immanquable sur la scène portugaise, un artiste absolument légendaire, big boss, programmateur,
le
directeur,
papa un peu.
Ouais, un petit peu le daron, n'ayons pas peur des mots. DA est programmateur d'un club qui s'appelle Lux Fragile, que les gens qui sont déjà allés faire la fête à Lisbonne normalement connaissent très très bien. Enfin voilà, c'est un collectionneur, un vinyl DJ extrêmement
audiophile
en place, audiophilo de ouf, le genre de monument local en tout cas à voir absolument aux platines, et qui jouait donc sur cette édition du Neopop. On l'écoute tout de suite, on se verrouille avec lui et nous on revient bientôt. Rinse est toujours super méga giga bien verrouillé au Portugal pour le second jour au Neopop Festival, et on vient tout juste d'y retrouver un sacré pilier de la scène locale, un giga boss qui fait vibrer Lisbonne depuis des années et des années. Il s'appelle Rui Vargas, vous l'avez déjà présenté il y a quelques années il me semble à ce même micro, et on fait des petites retrouvailles genre 4-5 ans après au Neopop Festival. Hi, how you doing?
I don't know if I'm sacred, but thank you for the introduction. I'm good and more relaxed than I was a few hours ago.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, just before the interview starts, you were saying you have the best job ever.
I mean, I can't provide the images of my pupils, of my eyes, but yes, I do. Turning my obsession in childhood about music and turning it into work and a career. I don't like this word career, but it is what it is. More than 30 years later, I'm here and still playing music and still sharing music, and that's the only thing I know how to do in my life.
So you achieved your dreams, maybe.
I wasn't even dreaming about this. It's too good for if I've dreamed it, this is better than what I would have dreamed it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what was the dream when you were a child?
No, absolutely. When I was a child, I was obsessed about radio.
Yeah?
My first job, and I still keep it.
It's Antena 3.
It's Antena 3, but the first job I went through different radios, of course, but since more than 30 years I'm doing radio. For many years I was doing radio from Monday to Friday, 3 hours slots with music chosen by me, and that gives you a perspective about music, the power of music, the broadness music has, and all the scope music has, and how to communicate through it. I'm not a producer. I never did my own records.
You don't need to be.
And the world doesn't also.
Have you ever tried?
No.
No?
Once actually with a friend of mine from Paris. I won't say his name, but...
you won't say the name? You sure?
I don't know if he wants.
Okay.
So back in 15 years ago, he convinced me that I ought to do music, and I went to Paris and we bought some equipment that I took home with this vision that I would make music, but I don't. I'm too impatient to be in the studio learning how to the shortcuts for
I can relate.
Erase and edit or whatever. So I'm rather more comfortable as a fan of music, listening to music, enjoying music, and trying to make something interesting with all the pieces of the puzzle that I get.
So how was this DJ set tonight? Was a super back-to-back? Thanks. We had so much fun.
It was a super serious back-to-back.
With Rob Di Stefano, that's precise.
There's a big history between me and him, and between Rob and Portugal.
You met in a very long time, yeah?
We've met, don't laugh now, 31 years ago in a rave in a castle.
Can you imagine?
In a castle in the middle of Portugal, once upon a time. And we bonded, we started to talk, and there's a strong friendship since then. And we were talking recently, a few months ago, and we were saying, I was asking, how many years was the week in a paradise called Portugal? That was a big thing for the Portuguese scene and the way the world looked at us and our electronic music scene. And this happened 30 years ago, exactly 30 years ago. And I said, probably we have to do something about it. 30 years.
Because you never played together before?
We have done it, but
non-official, yeah, okay.
A long time ago, back in Fragile, maybe once or twice in Lux in the beginning, but no, not normal. He's retired as a DJ, but he's so important for the Portuguese scene then in the 90s because he released all the Portuguese artists, the young producers, and he developed since then a very special relationship with us, with Portuguese people, and that's this Paradise. Have you heard about the film Paradise or Paraíso?
No, I'm sorry, but she have heard about it.
There's a new documentary. I will start from the beginning, and you edit it better. There's a new documentary.
Okay.
About the birth of the electronic and rave scene in Portugal called Paraíso.
Okay.
Paraíso means paradise.
Yeah, I got it. I know this word.
How do you say it in French?
Paradis.
Merci. Paradis. So, and this paradis thing and word was from Rob. That the first time he went here, he said, Portugal é o meu paraíso.
Okay, because where is from?
He's from Philadelphia, but he lives in New York for a long time.
Okay,
and
you know
in
the name. I
90s,
was thinking
he
was Italian.
He ran two of the most important labels back then. Labels that launched Daniel Tenaglia, Deep Dish, Club 69, all the big names in the 90s, or most of them, went through this label, Tribal America, and later Twisted, and that is also what bonds us. This relation with music, love with music, and friendship, basically.
Amazing. So, how long have you been not playing with him? Like it was like 10 years, maybe.
More than
20?
that.
Yeah, more than that.
More than that. And he didn't want to do it because
No way.
No, I don't play for 7 or 8 years. No. Listen, it's like, I don't know if you, in France you say this, but it's like riding a bicycle. Once you got that, you will never lose it. So
Yeah.
you will not forget how to ride a bicycle.
How did you convince him? Like this?
Like
with the
this,
bicycle things?
Like this, Rob. I'm there. You're safe. It's going to be all right. And we went.
Because you had the idea of the
I
back-to-back?
had the idea.
Okay.
Because of this 30 years, I think it's a date you want to celebrate.
Sure.
30 years with the person, a friend, family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend. It's a long time in our lives.
Sure.
And Rob was always, we were always really friends, close, and completely. How do you know? How do you say this?
I don't know.
Completely
Portuguese,
confident. I mean, completely with the guards down and
Yeah. In trust. Yeah.
trusting and knowing that we are bonded forever because of music.
So have you got, any preparation about that? As it's been a long time you haven't
we
played?
did 2 sessions. This is a close secret. 2 sessions in my home, like 2 hours. Was bringing records.
Because it was only records.
For him, he couldn't move from New York with all his records, but
I can
I'm more
imagine.
fortunate than because I live in Lisbon. So we had like 2 sessions talking and thinking what we want to show or transmit to people, and I think basically it's a pure love of music. Pure love of making people dance in order to have a special experience, and be truthful to you and to your principles.
Amazing. And for Neopop, I think it's representing maybe a lot for you because I see you like almost every year here. Like almost,
I don't have
yeah.
a contract, but
But you're like a resident to me too.
I've been fortunate enough to be invited to play
Yeah.
with them, for them, and try to have different approaches because Portugal is a very small country, and of course people are used to listen to me, so I have to find different approaches and challenges even for me, not only for.
Yeah, you need to
for
challenge
delivery.
yourself too.
Yes,
like,
you have to. I have to take myself out of the. I don't like this expression, comfort zone, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but got you.
In what you used to do and what you are comfortable with. So, and that makes you think, work, and do different liaison.
Yeah. Liaison.
Liaison in your brain.
What does that festival represent for you in the end?
Well, I was here since the beginning, and then I was off for a few years. And what I sense since the beginning, in different versions, is that it's like Christmas in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You get together with your friends, family,
Sure.
and you share things and you give things to each other.
This is our summer Christmas.
I've never thought about it, but it comes this instant as what Neopop is about. It's like Christmas, being with your family,
Christmas, but for the ravers.
Sharing things, and I mean, I'd love to have Christmas like this in December.
Yeah. It's a very good Christmas. I like it too.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. How would you describe this festival to the people that have never came? Unfortunately, what would you say to them?
It's different to talk about your family in public.
Yeah, sure.
But I would say that it's a work of love from the people who does it, and one sign of that is like sometimes the programming, you see the same names years after years after years, but in a percentage, of course. And that's how they anchor the family around them.
Sure.
And everybody, or a lot of people feel like we are part of the family. And it's not a festival for big masses and looking to spread, because we have physical boundaries. It's made of love with a very strong core that holds everything together. And then the stars come to add, of course, something from what we could have done, but sorry about this, but it's very true, honest, and very truthful.
That's good to say. How is it going in Lisbon for you?
Lisbon is changing dramatically. I'm a Lisbon guy since, well, I was born there, so since ever. And music-wise, club-wise, night-wise, it's very interesting because there's a lot of parties, festivals.
A lot of new stuff those days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not clubs, but events and stuff to go to. But unfortunately, as a Lisbon guy, I'm seeing a bit of the city changing too much and too rapid,
too much too fast. Yeah,
much too fast, and it's being it's difficult for the Portuguese and the Lisbon people to live in Lisbon because of the prices that
because people from everywhere come and
so there's a like everything in life, there's a good thing, a lot of new people, a lot of interesting people, creative people from all over the world in Lisbon, and that brings a special energy, of course. But the B side, or the other side of the coin, is that life gets too expensive for Portuguese natives, Lisbon natives.
And about the club, Lux Fragile, you still there?
Lux is still going. It's, as you know, it's difficult nowadays to maintain a club. Clubs are closing everywhere in the world, but as Neopop, it's a work of love.
Yeah,
it's made out of a lot of passion, and we believe it's still possible, and love will save the day.
Sure. So what will be on your mind in the next, I don't know, months, weeks?
I have a very boring life.
Not that much.
with a lot of routines.
Digging records.
Radio.
Playing music.
Doing radio
weekly.
Looks, taking care of programming, playing here and there, being a father, That's amazing.
Amazing job.
Amazing job.
Not that boring.
Being a father of a beautiful 15-year-old. That's more than enough, really.
Thank you so much. Do you have a word for Rinse listeners to conclude?
Rinse, I totally respect what you're doing.
We respect you too.
Therefore, I respect all the audience, all the people that listen to Rinse FM in Paris and everywhere.
Thank you so much.
Rinse.
Et c'était Rue Vargas à l'instant même sur Rinse, le premier interviewé qu'on vous dit. C'était pas le premier interviewé en réalité.
Non, en vrai c'était l'avant-dernière interview qu'on a fait.
Il y a un petit twist dans l'émission, je vous expliquerai un petit peu plus tard. En tout cas, c'était le premier qu'on vous partageait de ce Neopop 2025 et pas des moindres, première étape de notre petit voyage portugais ensemble, ma chère Léa. Avant de vous présenter du coup maintenant tout de suite une reine, une queen absolue des platines, une queen absolue de la production également, une artiste qu'on a vue du coup pour la deuxième voire la troisième fois au Neopop Festival puisqu'elle est presque résidente maintenant. Ça c'est un truc d'ailleurs je précise qu'ils font beaucoup le Neopop, excusez-moi. En fait le Neopop, ils ont tendance en fait à réinviter les gens avec lesquels ça se passe très très bien et qui font des performances absolument incroyables. Et donc cette très chère Imogen en faisait partie. Oui. Pour nous, c'était enfin l'occasion de l'interviewer. Je crois qu'on essayait à chaque fois, mais qu'on n'arrivait pas à se synchro.
Ouais, c'était jamais le bon timing.
Ouais. Enfin, une bonne fois pour toutes, Imogen sur Rinse France restait bien verrouillée avec cette très grande bosse.
Rinse.
Et c'est encore des rencontres de ouf pour la team Rinse. On est toujours à Viana Do Castelo. C'est le deuxième jour au Neopop Festival et on est en train de faire notre dernière interview de cette merveilleuse édition. Et j'en profite justement pour rencontrer quelqu'un que j'avais envie de vous présenter depuis quelques années. Une artiste que j'aime énormément. Elle s'appelle Imogen. Et la voici tout de suite à mon micro. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Very fine.
Good.
Very happy to meet you.
Aww.
Finally. Because we asked the interview with you like 2 times, I guess.
Well, and I said no.
Yeah.
I'm really
no,
bad I'm bad at my emails.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I know. How do you feel? You arrived 24 hours before your set.
Yeah. No, it's super good. Like I have the weekend off, so because I'm closing again, I want to come and party because last year...
It's not the 6 a.m. closing.
Exactly. It's like 9:30, so it's like normal day's work nearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I always come here every year, so we wanted to come tonight and actually check out the festival properly and have a full night here. And it's nice before tomorrow to do that. Otherwise, I would be so tired.
Yeah, yes. It's not your first edition here, as I was saying in French right before. I think that it's like the third time I see you playing here. Is it the third time? Or maybe you did more?
Yeah, third year.
I was there every time.
Oh, babe.
Amazing. So what does that represent for you? Like, do you know this festival well?
Yeah, it's definitely the festival I've played at the most. And it's definitely one of my favorite festivals to play at. I feel like the lineup is consistent every year and the crowd is consistent every year and the people that work for the festival come back every year. And it's really nice, I guess, to see something that a lot of festivals now get a lot of hype and they change rapidly, but I've only been here for 3 years, but it seems like the energy of Neopop has been consistent for the past 20 years. Like, I was with James Ruskin. Please. Yeah, I was in 19. This is 20.
No, 20 is next year.
I thought they were saying 20 is this year.
I hope you will be here too.
But, it's like, I saw James Ruskin last year and he said to me, like, he played this festival when it first started and they are inviting back regulars, and I think the industry is changing so rapidly now that it's nice to see a festival that kind of sticks to its roots, and if they latch onto something good, they want to keep it running, and it's nice to have the trust from the festival, and I also have a lot of respect for them, and I think, everyone that plays and everyone that organizes it, there's a mutual relationship, and it's very rare, I think, these days to see that.
Yeah. I feel like you're becoming a resident, here.
Yeah, I hope so.
You feel too?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Richie got me my first gig here and they obviously liked it. And then to have the trust last year to close the festival was like a massive honor. And now to be able to come back and do it again this year for the same slot is like, it's an honor and it's super fun. And I know what to expect. And I think your best sets are when you know the vibe and you know the audience,
How were the first editions you made here? Like the 2 first?
Yeah, it was really good. Like the first time I played here, I was really shocked because I was a smaller artist and I had a really good set time on the big stage. So I was like so nervous. I was shitting myself.
It was like 2 a.m. something like that. Like real
yeah.
tired.
I was like in between like VTSS and Richie, so it was like really busy. And for the first half, I think people were kind of stood there trying to work out what I was doing. But the second half was like super enjoyable. And as much as I love club sets and I love all this stuff, I also love like having the responsibility of trying to like create a vibe in such a big stage. And especially Portugal, like I hadn't played here much before that, so yeah, it was hard, but it was really fun. And then last year I wasn't expecting it to be so busy for the closing, but yeah, I was shocked, and it was also super fun and a very different vibe, but it was good.
Yeah.
Do
you have a preference between the two, or is
I think last year I really loved it. It was a lot longer set, and I was playing vinyl, and the crowd was there from the year before, and that's like really important for me. I think when it's like you notice the same people, I think the crowd of Neopop is very loyal, and Portuguese people really like kind of the older sounds of techno, and they appreciate good music. So yeah, I felt like last year I was used to the space and used to the country and the crowd, and it was a lot more fun, I think. Less nervous.
Yeah, because you weren't stressed at all, maybe.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. So what have you prepared for tomorrow? If you prepared something, of course.
I don't know. I've just found I was like getting streamed like the whole set. So I was like, oh my God. And I text Daria like, what do you want to play? But we're playing back to back, and she's such a good DJ. Technically and musically, we've always had such a similar taste. And I think tomorrow will be like such a nice compromise of what we both want to play. I don't really plan that much, but I think it'll be quite similar to last year. I feel like if you've been at a festival partying a weekend, you want the last set you hear to be like really uplifting and emotional and rememberable. So yeah, I just want to kind of keep the energy going, but also give them something a bit different to remember when they leave.
Have you met her before?
Yeah, we played together a couple times before on my NTS show, and for my Wigs party we played together. And she's super sick DJ, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the programmer we just interviewed like before you, he said like to him it's like one of the biggest highlights of the festival.
Aww.
Like he's super excited to see you. Like
did you interview?
Gustavo.
Oh,
you know?
That's nice.
Yeah, he said like I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah,
what
I think
do
it will
think?
be really fun. I think it'll be really fun, especially the time that we play. I think it will really bring like the best out of each other.
Do you usually like prepare back-to-backs or
no,
just getting the vibe?
Not really. I think DJs are so busy these days. It's hard to be like, trying to think about a set. And no, to be honest, when I play with a lot of DJs, the sets at festivals are so short. You just do like one track each. And I think any good DJ, especially in this day and age, you have to respond well to back-to-backs, and you're not going to take a back-to-back unless you know it's a good idea.
Yeah, sure.
And the same with promoters, like you're saying about Gustavo, you have to book the right back-to-backs. I think now everyone is doing back-to-backs all the time, but sometimes it doesn't make sense, but this does. So yeah, I don't feel too stressed about it or anything.
Is it more challenging for you than a solo set, or it's the same?
No, I find like solo set, like last year I was really nervous to do the closing because all the responsibility is on you, but Daria is a big artist. She's an amazing DJ and she plays a lot, and I think we will just like mold around each other, and it's also more fun, it's like you're kind of on the dance floor then because you have someone else's like vibe to go off of.
I've read somewhere, I don't remember where, but I've read that you became like in love with electronic music like a long time ago thanks to your mom, which is with us.
Yeah, a bit. Like she's now like.
What's the story?
My mom was like an old raver, and that definitely was like a big influence in my upbringing. But then I was also like, even now I look back, I was super young. Like when I was 14 or 15, I started going to clubs and hearing like house music for the first time on a good sound system. And I think that was like, well, I was like, why can't I do this as a job? Like these people are working, and why do I need to go to university, and why do I need to do these things? So it was then that I decided like, okay, I'm gonna make this my job. So I don't know, weird that I thought that, but also
you were quite young to
yeah, I know. It was when I was 16. I was like,
yeah.
okay, but I guess I just was not really understanding like the normal path of life, where I was from and things like that. I was just like, it kind of made me realize surely there's something more. Like, if this is going on in the tiny town that I live in, surely there's something way better happening elsewhere, you know. And I'm super happy to have had like the support and the trust from my parents to do it and let me move to London when I was young and give it a go, because I think if I hadn't done it then, it would have been really, really hard now. Especially with like the oversaturation of the scene and of DJs and the music industry. Like, it's a great thing, of course, and like it's amazing that it keeps growing, but times have changed so much even since lockdown. And I think, if I didn't take the opportunities when I was younger, there would have been no niche and there would have been no...
You think it would have been too late? Like,
maybe not too late. I guess it's just like I was like a big fish in a small pond then. Like, I was a woman and I was really young. I was like not even old enough to go to clubs, and I was already trying to make a name for myself. Whereas now it's like there's so many people doing it and there's so many women doing it, which is amazing. But I think it makes it now harder again. It's like the struggle starts again, and with social media and with like just everyone traveling every weekend, you know, like people wanting 10 gigs a month. It's like, it's really tough out there, and if you're not selling tickets, then you're not gonna get gigs at the end of the day, no matter your talent. Whereas I think maybe back then people were more excited for risks, and it wasn't this like overnight fame or this short buzz that you can create yourself. It was like, what are you doing that people are gonna pick up on? But now it's like, what can I do where everyone picks up on it?
Do you think that situation, like the fact that the scene is going super fast and everything, is influencing like the way you work, like producing your music and stuff? Or
I think like producing music for me, I don't do it for like nearly a year and then I will make like 2 EPs in 2 months. That my music creation is always just what I want to make. I'm finally making the tracks that I've always wanted to make, which is amazing, and I think that comes from years of DJing and years of production. I think the skill takes time, and I think if we're not giving the scene time to develop artists like Neopop, where they give me these opportunities, you're not going to develop your skills. So if you become famous from Instagram or TikTok in like 6 months, and that's how long you've been DJing, like me, I had huge gigs when I was 18, and now I look back, I think, oh my God, that was so bad. And like, maybe it wasn't to other people, but being a DJ is like reading a room, and it takes years and years. It's like, it's not like being a lawyer, obviously, but it's like being a lawyer. You know, I have to pick up on the room, pick up on people's energy. You have to earn your craft. And I think it's easy now for people to blow up and have these huge opportunities, and it lets like artists that have been around a long time go amiss. But the same with artists that have been around a long time. It's like they have to change and they have to be diverse, and everyone has to. It's a cycle, you know. If the crowd is letting you down, or the artist is letting you down, or the promoter, nothing will work. So I think it's just really about taking it easy and trying to have a sustainable career, and not I mean, what's the point in overnight success if it's not going to have longevity? You're just going to end up depressed.
Yeah, sure.
Like there's no point.
Considering all this story, what is the very first wow you had, you know, in a party? Like the very first big memory of electronic music?
I think it was when I was 18. I played at Berghain for the first time, and it was my first time playing a gig abroad. And I always say in interviews, like, that was obviously a highlight for me, my first highlight, because it was insane that it was like 20 of my friends came, and for us all to go to this space that we'd heard so much about, that I never even thought I would go to, and then like suddenly I was playing there, was crazy. So yeah, that was a really wow moment. But now I seem to find now like the wow moments in like when I really get into the zone, like when I'm like, what do I play next? I have like 3 records ready, and like the crowd is so good. Like Blitz last weekend was amazing, the closing. So now it's like more about those moments of just like being at ease and not being overwhelmed, and just I don't know, just enjoying life and touring. And I think it takes years to find that sort of balance and enoughness, I suppose, of like I'm happy with what I have and I don't need to constantly chase something else. Like, and that's why I think if you're young and you're getting into it, like just enjoy it, because it's not going to be there forever. And if you don't enjoy the beginning, you're never going to enjoy the middle or the end. Like it's a constantly evolving process.
So can we go back on the creation of wigs? Because it started during COVID, if I'm right?
Yeah.
What was the thing? What was the idea?
So in COVID, I was like teaching people how to produce music on Zoom. And there was so many people that were like loving. I was having like group Zoom calls with maybe like 20 people. And the people were kind of chatting and making friends with each other on the course. And it made me realize like there's a new generation of people that don't want to come out every weekend. London is such a bubble, maybe the same as Paris. Like as much as it's a big scene and there's loads of people there, it's very cliquey and it's very hard to get into groups. And I found that people were making friendships from this class. And I was like, well, maybe I need to start something which can have more of a community element, and we can do workshops and we can do all this stuff that the workshops I haven't done any last year, but it's something I want to do next year because I think as the world gets more antisocial and gets more, into screens and into things like that, if you can find someone with common interests that you meet organically, it's like super nice. So I don't know, I just wanted to create a space that was allowed to do that also had workshops. And also I don't find that there's many labels anymore where I'm desperate to find out what's coming out next and I'm buying the vinyl. I'm always buying stuff from the past. So I just want to keep the vinyl scene alive and I want to keep growing that. I think it's just like some of my friends don't even know what vinyl is, and so it's like it's dying and it's really the roots of where this came from. So it's something that I want to keep alive, and I just think I'm now in a position to push artists and push my own music myself without the laws and the rules of other people and these powerful men in the scene. So I don't know, I guess it's just like a middle finger to all the shit stuff that is happening in the scene.
So you're not that much into like new labels and stuff?
There's a few, but to be honest, the ones that I'm into have been around since like the 90s. I think now, luckily, our generation is finally having new labels because it's so expensive as well to press vinyl and have a label. It's not a profiting thing. So I understand that it's difficult for a lot of people, and I respect all new artists that are releasing vinyl. I do. But there was just nothing that had a specific sound that I was like gagging for the next release. But I have a niche taste, and that's why I thought it's like, if you're a DJ, you're a tastemaker, so why not have a label?
Yeah. So what's going on with your label part, because you had a few compilations which are adored with Nast and stuff.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah.
I have loads of showcases coming up this year. I'm doing my first Trezor takeover with both floors, so we're going to do Globus and Trezor, which for me is super important because I love techno, but I also love breaks and electro and house, and it finally gives me a chance to showcase everything that the label is about and book all my friends and the people that are closest to me. So we're gonna do that, and then I have an EP coming out on wigs.
When?
I don't know, the test pressing was wrong, so I need to make sure that's right, and then
we need to be patient a little bit more.
I know, and it's a shame, and I feel bad that I obviously didn't put anything out for like the last
evolved,
exactly. And I don't know, I had to have not a rebrand, but I had to have a sit down with myself and be like, the morals and the roots that I got into with wigs has changed completely. Like, I want to bring the community aspect back. I finally found a place for it in London next year, and I think it's about really cementing a home for it in London and bringing through new London artists as well, and working with promoters that I respect and DJs that I respect, and just continuing to now have a consistency of releases. Now I'm fortunately like in a position to do so. But the last year was hard financially to keep doing these releases and not really knowing the...
So you're touring so much also.
Exactly. But also then I didn't tour that much. And then financially it's hard to have a label without touring, So that was something that I wanted to make sure was going to be consistent so that I can enjoy releasing the music and release the right music. Just doing that and then finding the homes for it. And then next year I really want to bring back the workshop element. We did like a wigs thing earlier this year, which was like yoga with the sound system and then talks about mental health and things like that. So I want to try and bring that side of it into it and maybe speak to festivals if that's something they're interested in. And yeah, I think just really like trying to find ways where we can do things that other labels and parties aren't doing, and trying to find ways that aren't benefiting just musicians, like benefiting people that come to the party, that work for the party. And yeah, just I guess making an emphasis on the community side of things.
Okay, thank you so much, Imogen. It was so
Thank
good to meet you.
you too.
Do you have a little word to conclude for Rinse listeners?
Oh, a what to conclude? A word?
A word.
One word?
No, any
I
words
like
you
a
want.
sentence.
As much as you want.
I think just do what you want, but just stay true to yourself and don't compare yourself to anyone else.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's so good to meet you.
Rinse.
C'était Imogen rencontrée au tout dernier Neopop Festival et quelle interview. Je me suis absolument régalée. J'espère que Léa, tu te régalais à enregistrer tout ça.
De ouf. C'était trop bien. On s'était mis un peu à l'écart en plus dans la nuit.
C'est vrai.
Posé sur nos petits rochers. Ouais.
Très, très, très sympathique. Neopop Festival, du coup, qui existe quand même depuis 19 ans maintenant.
Ouais.
19 belles années de techno qu'on vous raconte cet après-midi sur Rinse. Et qui seront encore mieux racontées, je pense, par le saint patron des lieux.
Le best.
Le best of them all, Mr. Gustavo, ou bien nommé Freshkitos lorsqu'il passe sur scène. Lui, c'est le programmateur historique et absolument iconique de ce festival. J'en profite pour l'embrasser tout particulièrement depuis le studio parisien de Rinse. On écoute son interview, peut-être pas en entier, puisqu'il est 17h43.
Le temps file.
Donc, on va peut-être le couper un petit peu sur la fin, je m'excuse d'avance. Mais en tout cas, voilà, Gustavo, a.k.a. Freshkitos sur Rinse. À tout de suite.
Rinse.
Rinse, toujours tout en verrouille au Neopop Festival de Viana Do Castelo à la rencontre de celui sans qui rien de tout ça ne serait possible. Évidemment, c'est Gustavo qui est Freshkitos behind the decks. Non, pas behind the decks, behind the programmation of the festival, but maybe you're playing later.
Also because of the behind the decks, we're gonna play tomorrow.
Yeah, you
and
play
actually, unfortunately, I'm gonna replace Steffi tonight because she's super sick. And she cannot join us, so I jumped into the lineup.
Okay, so you want a new DJ set?
Exactly. No, different ones. Yeah, today it's gonna be just myself. Tomorrow, with Phil from Garpo to Amolador.
So that's a perfect example of adaptation.
Yeah. Multitasking.
Has it already happened before that you have to play instead of a DJ another one?
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because it's not always the ideal situation, but it is what it is, and
it won't be the last time, I guess.
We keep the party going. We have to keep the party going.
So it's day 2 today, day 2 of this amazing festival. How do you feel? Are you happy? Are you tired? Are you excited? What's going on in your head?
I think a bit of everything. There's some anxiety always before the festival starts. Now a bit less, but still, because we're always anxious about we want everything to go perfect, and all these details mess with us, but tired a bit, happy, super happy, because the first day was really good. Everyone was super happy. The feedback is great from the artists, from the crowd. Staff also is delivering as always, and our team. So I cannot complain at all.
There's such a great vibe this year, particularly, really. I feel so much good vibes here. Are you feeling them too?
We try, we try to nurture this feeling and this energy to our team, to everyone who collabs with us, so they are comfortable and they feel happy here. And safe.
Let's see if you're still happy tomorrow.
Just joking. I hope so.
So this year,
I'll be completely dead, but I will be happy
maybe.
For sure.
Yeah. It's the first time we make the interview on day 2 and not day 3, so you have more energy.
I don't know.
I guess.
At the day 3, normally I'm a bit more wasted.
Normal. So this year's thematic is interplanetary dance music.
Yeah.
Why? What does that mean?
Well, basically, this is the sequence of our claims for the past years. We believe also this kind of music and approach we do in terms of lineup is actually music from another planet.
Yeah.
And also aggregated to the visuals and to all the experience that we try people to have here. I think that's what we want, is to put people into dance like in another dimension, in another planet, you know. And that's why like this kind we try to reach and to get the connection between our claim and our the art of the festival and the dressing of the festival as well, in terms of contents or for the visuals or whatever.
For the countdown on the website, which I adored.
Huh?
Yeah, we were looking at the countdown like every day. Yeah. But we were expecting, you know, that when you come
There
to
was
zero,
something
happened, and we're like, oh wow, nothing happens.
No, it happens here.
Yeah. Can you make for next year? Can you make for next year like at zero we have like fireworks or I don't
Exactly.
know. Yeah, that would be amazing. So we have kind of the artistic direction of the festival with that. What is the philosophy behind
Well, the
Neopop
philosophy
Festival?
is kind of simple, even if sometimes it's not easy. I try to, like, as a festival, I believe we need to give a bit of everything, you know, inside of what we like and we find acceptable, you know, of course.
Sure.
But yeah, generation, the crowd has changed, you know, like in the past years, especially during the pandemic, it became much faster, you know, like new approaches to music, to electronic music. And I feel like, and as also a DJ and I'm close to the crowd and I do research, you know, like I try to feel like, and to have a bit of everything inside what the styles of music we appreciate and we like, of course, and to deliver, like, because we're not doing a lineup for 500 people, we're doing like for 8,000, 9,000 people, which is sometimes challenging, and sometimes I have to go a bit out of my personal taste or vision, and look what the people wants, and try to make a balance between it, you know, like between headliners and ticket sellers as well,
Sure.
and newcomers and fresh names and people that the crowd never heard before.
But I appreciate the fact that, you know, you're not going like as fast as everyone is doing those years. Like you're keeping your
I'm an old school
identity,
guy.
you know?
Old school guy.
No, but that's cool. You know, yeah, we have to admit that for real. Like, have you considered, you know, like going super fast as everyone or no?
No.
No.
I'm already doing a big effort to go as fast as we go sometimes.
Yeah, I guess. So what are the
No, we don't have
criteria?
respect for the artists, but I understand like new generation, new crowds wants to get this, you know, like, and just we have to accept it and respect it and include it, you know, basically.
So what are the criteria you have in mind when you just dig the artists you want to put on your programmation?
Well, it's like I said, like depends. Of course, I have a lot of artists that we work with we've been working through the years, you know, like that work with us through the year in other events, in other smaller shows as well, or other events that we do, other bigger events we do, and there's already this relation, and also like I do a lot of research on new artists, you know, basically the. Inside the music I like in that spectrum of, or like sometimes I try to challenge artists, legendary artists like Goldie, for example.
Yeah, playing techno yesterday.
Which is for me is inspiration in different aspects, not only as a DJ, but and it was like for me it was something that it was a realization and it was like a goal, you know, to have him here. And actually I saw him, I was playing Dimensions a few years ago, like I don't know, 2018 or something, in Croatia, and I saw a techno classic set from Goldie there, you know, like, and like since that time I was trying to bring him over, which is not so easy because now he lives in Thailand. And he's not all the time touring, and he also had another amazing project like the band, like the live band is amazing, and like mainly we try to, or like for example on Sunday, like Imogen and Daria, they've been playing on solo here or with other projects at Neopop, but it's the first time they're playing together, you know, just because like I thought like, oh, maybe you're gonna fit well, like, and they talk a bit, and I was like, we have a match, you know, like
for this one I think I have to go to sleep and come back, you know, in the morning because it's very what time is it? It's like at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it closes at 11:30 on Sunday, going like if people don't ask for more.
We have
normally
to be strong.
we go a bit longer, not much, but we go a bit longer.
What are the other highlights of this year's Neopop?
Well, like for example, like for me right now, like Vargas, for example, and Rob Di Stefano, like Vargas is a local hero. You know, Rob Di Stefano was a big and important person for the electronic music in Portugal in the 90s. He was one of our he was the guy who took the Portuguese electronic music to the world, you know, and the world to Portugal as well at that time. So it's part of our history, you know, like he was very influenced with names on that time like Danny Tenaglia, Josh Wink, you know, like Eric Morillo, or all these guys like from Frankie Knuckles. This was kind of our connection, you know, to America and to most of these artists on that time. And actually now Rob is living in Portugal, you know, like, and it's like he didn't play. Like a lot of people come to me, it was like, shit, I don't hear this guy for 20 years, you know, like.
Wow.
So for me, yeah, these moments are special, you know, even if they don't have a crowded dance floor, you know, like there's a lot of people with very, very emotion with seeing this moment, you know.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like I think these kind of moments like Goldie or this or getting a new back-to-back or some collab sometimes that people are not expecting is super special. As for example, like on Saturday, I'm super excited to see like Colin Bender, Stara.
Yeah, me too.
Lady Starlight. I think it's gonna be a good one as well.
Yeah. We're super excited for this one too.
Or even today, like Advent and Louis Fauci, which is kind of also the Advent was another one like that was super important. He's a Portuguese.
Yeah, kind of resident here,
he's
no?
Portuguese born.
Yeah.
And I think he just came back already to Portugal again to live after many years living in London. But he was also super influential in the techno scene, you know, like in the 90s, because he also, as a Portuguese artist, you know, and born artist, he was like also doing this connection and with other big names, and this was like a door. He was opening doors basically for artists and for us.
So congrats, it's a super good balance. Like we really enjoy this year.
Thank you. You're welcome. Always.
How long have you been working on the programmation? Like it takes like 1 year to do that? A whole year?
Like it's
like you're already thinking of next year?
Ongoing work.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah. Like I basically I share a doc with Pedro, which is normally he works with me on already for years. You know, also he worked with me at Gar Club. You know, like at Industria when we're doing the clubs. And he's someone from my trust. Like he works with me on the bookings, and like we share a doc, and we just we get our wish list. And every time I see something that pops up and gets my attention, you know, like I just add it over there. You know, like then I start building the puzzle, you know, and checking avails and everything, you know, like step by step.
Yeah, so much work.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm used to it. It's been so many years now. It's almost 20 years of Neopop, if I'm right.
Exactly.
Like 19, 18?
Yeah, next year 20 years. Yeah.
Oh my God, we have to be there.
Yeah.
What will be going on for that? Do you know?
I cannot disclose anything.
I'm
at
going
the
fast.
moment.
I know.
I cannot disclose anything at the moment, but like for sure we're gonna make something special and make this moment become special for everyone.
Oh, wow.
We hope.
So
let's see what the future brings.
before the interview of the 20 years, because that will be for next year, do you have like 3 memories, like the 3 best memories you had on Neopop Festival in 19 years of Neopop? What were the big 3? Yeah, that's hard. I know. I know. The one that comes to your mind. It's not obviously the best, you know, but can be like the 3 that comes to your mind like now.
I'm super bad with this.
I know it's
but
true.
yeah, like. Of course, we had one very special moment for all of us. Was like the born when the Raul's son, he was kind of our first child in the group, you know, of the partners, you know, was born.
Yeah.
It was during the festival, like, and it was fun because Poca Brenner was leaving, you know, like to Porto, you know, like with his driver, and Raul was like joining him, and they were like taking him to the hospital to see his son because he was getting born. And Wynomi Brothers.
And the child is named Paul Kalkbrenner.
and the Wynomi Brothers were like just playing in the stage, you know, like, and they play like, I don't know, 1 more hour, like, and they in percussion with vodka bottles. And like every time someone wanted to close, they were like, oh no, 1 more for Tommy, which was like Rose, our partner's son, you know. And so like we kept like this 1 hour and a half more at least. There's another ones, like also curious ones like Tell of Us, for example, which they played a few times here in the start, and one of the times like they were closing, and they arrived here, and it was like they were not so sure about the set time. They didn't want to go so long. And people were like on party and crazy, like there was super nice vibe outside in the dance floor. And I told them like, okay, if you don't want to play, you play your set, and then someone will jump in, and they were like, no, okay, we continue. And then they're already like complaining or discussing finishing at 11, I believe, on that time, and then they finish at 2:30 p.m. They ended up like playing 6 or 7 hours.
They didn't want to be replaced with Freshkitos, maybe. That could happen.
That could happen. No, there was a lot of DJs like anxious and looking forward to play.
Sure. Who
Yeah.
doesn't want to play? Right?
What else? And then like not so funny, but like there was kind of it was for us was kind of a big challenge, and separation. I don't know, like it was a separation moment, like when the year of Underworld, like 4 days before, we're like looking at the forecast, and it was like a nightmare, like just rain all days.
I was there. I remember.
We had the festival completely ready to go already, built up, and we had to tear down PA, lights, stage, bars, so we could put a tent, so people were like covered, and the show could go on still.
I think it was the first year with Rinse, our first year collaborating.
Probably.
I remember.
Came with a truck, right? No,
yeah,
with a van.
I think it was fucking raining.
But like it was like in the end it was also special because of that, because people were not expecting this, and they showed up and they were like surprised because they never saw the tents or these kind of structures here.
Yeah,
but you did great. They couldn't believe like we made this like in 4 days, like, and it was kind of really hard, and we just had like a 2 hour.
And we were really protected, and we didn't felt the rain that much,
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Do you have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 if you want musical highlights, like the big sets or live, the things you will never forget,
Here in Sona? Sorry.
No, wrong festival.
Sorry.
Sona
it's too much going on. Too much is going on. Yes, Goldie yesterday for me was really nice.
Was really
special.
It was also kind of housey, like in the beginning.
Which was,
that
was the idea.
Pretty rare. I was like,
Chicago,
oh wow,
Chicago
what's going on? Chicago. I was super happy.
Also, like for sure, like Underworld, Kraftwerk, like even if it's like big names, this like it's part of my youth, it's part of my history, and for me it was like some dream come true, like Saint-Germain, for example, which was like I would never expect to have this at Neopop when we started, and after many years of work and hard work, and we finally convinced them.
So how do you feel now about those 19 years of hard work and
I feel
super
old.
good festival?
I feel old.
Yeah?
I feel a bit old.
You've always been the programmer, like since day one, or
yeah, exactly.
Wow,
exactly.
You really did great job, like really.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
What do you think about the future now? Like, how do you think Neopop Festival would be like in 5 years?
I don't know. Let's see.
Still in the same place doing interviews together.
I think the actual conjunction of like festivals and events, there's a lot going on now in Portugal, and of course we need to think how we can improve, how we can keep motivating people to come here, apart from of course all the history and background we have. But it's also like normal that people want to go to new festivals and see different stuff.
Sure.
And that's also always like challenging and a big, for us it's a big thing, it's a thing that we are always thinking how we improve, or how can we keep people interested in the festival, after so many years.
Yeah. Do you have a dream about this festival, or is it already, or is it maybe already achieved, maybe you reached that dream?
Yeah, like Yeah, the dream it's already it's ongoing, you know, like it's
the dream is now.
The dream is now completely like, but I still have some ideas to fulfill. I cannot share.
We will be there to check.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for sure. And you're gonna
Thank you so much.
You're gonna see it live.
Yeah, I think for me it's my 9 Neopop. 9 or, no, not 10. 9. The first one I was 20.
Like there was a break with the pandemic.
Yeah,
but
so
basically.
But I think I did 9, and really every year I love even more Neopop Festival. Like I don't know how you can do that, but congrats.
Perfect. I'm happy to hear that. That's.
Do you have a word to conclude for Rinse listeners that maybe haven't came there and should come with us?
To Neopop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just come over and see it. Like you don't like you and I hope like as many people tell me, you know, like they come the first year and they keep coming since then.
Like that,
so
like you know.
So
like
just come and feel it and experience it, like, because it's not only the festival. I think it's all the surroundings, you know, the experience about the city, the food, the people,
Tasquinha de Linda,
everything around. Like I think it's a good are good motives to people to come and to experience like this. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
in this corner of Viana Do Castelo.
Thank you so much, Gustavo.
Okay, you're welcome always.
Rinse.
Et nous revoici.
Le teasing.
Ah là là, le teasing de ouf qu'on vient de vous faire. Je suis trop désolée. Mais le temps file, il est 6h. Il sera 6h dans 3 petites minutes. Alors, si vous voulez savoir ce qui s'est passé avec Tale of Us cette fameuse année-là, il va falloir... Nous, on sait. Hein, parce nous, on était là, on a fait l'interview avec lui. Mais voilà, c'était Freshkitos en partie. On est vraiment désolé, on est obligé de lui couper la parole. Et pour entendre du coup la suite de cette interview, cette anecdote absolument sensationnelle, il va falloir vous rendre sur la version YouTube de cette émission qui sera disponible très bientôt. C'est promis, on va pas vous faire galérer pendant 4000 ans. Également, il y aura aussi une autre interview à découvrir sur cette version-là. Un certain producteur qui s'appelle Haze, qu'on a vu jouer en live le premier soir et qui était absolument charmé. Voilà, malheureusement, comme le temps presse, nous n'avons pas d'autre choix que de vous cuter ça. Sinon, tout petit bilan de cette année 2025 au Neopop. Moi, je dis ça tous les ans, je le sais très bien, mais à chaque fois, je dis que c'était mon édition préférée.
C'est vrai que tu dis ça chaque année.
C'est de mieux en mieux.
Mais en même temps, c'est peut-être vrai aussi. Hein.
Voilà, c'est un festival qui se bonifie avec le temps. Ouais. Alors, j'ose même pas imaginer ce qui va se passer en 2026 pour les 20 ans du festival. Léa, on se sent comment à l'approche de ça?
Moi, j'ai hâte. Et puis, je pense qu'on va préparer aussi quelques petits formats assez sympas spécifiques aux 20 ans.
Ouais, nous on a déjà eu plein d'idées, on va faire des trucs de ouf.
Donc on espère qu'on va pouvoir faire ça de manière très propre.
Il y aura 20 trucs de fou à vous proposer, 20 millions de choses à vous proposer. Une seule hâte, du coup, c'est d'en découdre en août 2026 pour le Neopop Festival. Déjà, on est déjà en train de se préparer, je te jure, j'ai un tableau chez moi où je pars les jours. Voilà, donc toutes ces petites surprises, vous allez pouvoir les retrouver sur la version YouTube qui sera disponible également sur notre site rinse.fm, tu connais. Est-ce que tu as un petit mot pour clôturer, Léa?
Mon petit mot, ça sera Viva Neopop.
Viva Neopop, moi j'aurais dit Obrigada.
Obrigada, oui. Le mot que je n'arrive jamais à dire une fois que je suis au Portugal, vraiment, ça m'échappe.
Et ouais, moi je l'aime bien celui-là, je le retiens.
J'ai trop l'habitude de l'espagnol, j'avoue.
Excuse-nous, alors comment on dit merci en espagnol?
Gracias.
Bravo.
Quand même.
Gracias et Obrigada de ouf aussi à Elsa qui s'est trop bien occupée de nous comme d'hab, qui nous a trop bien reçus, à Gustavo et puis à toutes les équipes du Neopop Festival qu'on embrasse très fort depuis Paris. Voilà, M-11, je le redis. Et sinon, on se donne rendez-vous très bientôt sur Rinse pour plus d'aventures. Je vous raconterai mon voyage en Colombie la prochaine fois. Parce que là aussi, il y avait de la musique, il y avait plein de choses à vous dire.
Il y a de quoi raconter.
Il y a de quoi raconter, vous allez voir. En tout cas, c'était Mathilde Raynal au micro et Léa St Sernin, ma reine. Big bisous à tout le monde et une merveilleuse soirée de verrouille sur Rinse France.
Bisous.
Rinse.
Rinse France vient tout juste de débarquer à l'un de ses festivals préférés dans le monde entier, Neopop Festival à Viana Do Castelo au Portugal, petit paradis pour les amoureux de techno-musique et qui nous permet chaque année de rencontrer nos artistes préférés comme celui qui vient tout juste de déchirer l'anti-stage en live. Attention, je vous le présente tout de suite, il s'appelle Haze à mon micro sur Rinse France, representing Portugal and Lisbon. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
Fine, we had so much fun, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It was amazing live, and I had so much fun. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to come here to Neopop, like my home country.
Yeah.
This amazing festival, yeah.
Is it the first time you play at Neopop or you ever done?
No, it's the first time for them. I know the guys because I played before Boiler Room, and I believe they are the same promoters. They organized the event, so one thing led to the other, and here I am. Yeah.
And have you came to the festival like just to enjoy maybe before?
Yeah, I came to the first edition actually. I was still very young.
Anti-pop festival.
No, the
the
first
first
Neopop.
Neopop.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anti-pop I didn't
So
came. Yeah.
second edition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, second. First Neopop, second edition.
How was it?
Yeah. Was crazy. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Do you have good memories of that?
Yes, definitely. I saw amazing acts. I still remember one very vividly, which was Vitalik.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very good.
It's French, yeah. It's French.
Is it? I'm not sure. Actually,
yeah, I think it's French.
Oh, sick! I loved his live. It was amazing. His set.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is it your best memory of Neopop Festival?
Yeah, I think it's the most vivid one that I have. It was already morning, insane. Yeah, it was nice.
So how is it for you to play here? Does that represent something in particular?
Yeah, I think it always represents something like a recognition from your peers in your own country. These are big guys making this festival for a long time, and the fact that after so many years I'm here playing, it's always nice to have that recognition. Yeah.
And playing live, especially.
Yes, yeah. Playing live was amazing. Actually, first I was booked for a DJ set, but in the middle they decided no, let's book this guy live act.
That would be crazy to book you for a DJ set to me.
You think?
Yeah, to me you're producing so much, so yeah, strange.
Yeah, I think my productions go all over the place a bit, so it's hard for someone that comes to my set to actually know what they're going to listen. Maybe mostly electro because I'm more known because of electro, of course, but
sure. It's anti-stage. Anti-stage is about electro and experimenting things. So.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So how was the crowd for this big opening?
Great.
Because it's almost opening.
Yeah, it was in the beginning. Everyone is still fresh, Everyone is still there for the music, and that's amazing. Yeah, everyone is still excited. You feel the excitement.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Are you staying for the whole festival?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided.
I think you should.
You think you guys going to stay?
Of course. We're Rinse team. We stay 4 days or nothing, So was it a special life for you? Is it a new one? Is it linked to your forthcoming album? Maybe, I don't know.
No, I have a album forthcoming, but nothing related to this. This is more club music. My next album is a bit more introspective, more emotional, post-rave sadness.
Okay,
if I can say
so
that.
we're gonna talk about this a little bit later.
Okay.
Let's stay on this live, this very club live. What kind of musical journey was that for the people that were not here?
Basically, I would say the West Coast Netherlands kind of vibe, kind of sound.
West Coast from where?
West Coast of Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I said
West Coast from Portugal, or
No,
West Coast from United States.
No, because I actually I released on Creme Organization, which was a big influence for me. Most of the artists on that label, like Lego Velt and all of these guys, TLR, and they were big influence on my sound. I went there to live for 2 or 3 years. Before COVID, and this still imprinted on my way of making music, like very acid, rough, tough music with, I think it's very 90s, actually very old school kind of vibe when I play this kind of lives.
It's about sharing the experience you had at this time.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
How long have you been working on that live?
This live, I usually some of the tracks were old, some are still to be released, so it was 50-50. Sometimes I make everything from scratch. This time, because it was in my home country and some people know some tracks, I decided I'm going to
give them
with
the tracks. Yeah. What was the gift tracks?
Well, Intergalactic Communication, Cobalt Cravens, which was on the last Clone record that just came out, and some of the tracks of in Creme Organization, West Coast, basically. Yeah.
And what kind of setup did you had on stage? Because
so
I wasn't seeing. I don't have my
it's-
glasses, so it was important for me
Yeah,
to
so
see that.
it's quite simple actually. It's just a Roland TR-8S, a SP 404, Behringer TD3, and just a mixer. Sometimes I bring a pedal with me, a Boss pedal, when I want to distort or make the sound a bit warmer. But because this was big sound system, I kept it simple for the guys to control it.
Yeah,
better.
because it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's
You-
unpredictable if you're bringing distortion pedals and everything.
Have you ever had like super big troubles during a live, or I don't know?
No, actually,
No?
not really so far. Actually, I think that I pushed the highs a bit too much today, but then they were.
It's
like-
Portugal. You
yeah,
can.
yeah, exactly.
No, we really need.
They were
things for the
lecturing
ears,
me
yeah.
that I have to bring the highs a bit lower. But, yeah.
Are you sometimes like improvising with the
Yeah,
live, or
well,
is everything like
the drum
written?
machine is always improvisation.
Okay.
So I don't prepare it. I do it on the moment. This is the TR-8S. It's basically the drum machine. So all the rhythms I'm doing on the spot, on the moment. The kind of sequence of the live is already structured. So then I swap between the SP 404 and the acid lines. I go back and forth, depending on the mood of the crowd as well.
So it's like maybe 50-50 or 60-40?
Yeah, no, it's
or-
50-50, I think.
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah.
So you're proud of that one tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, of
You
course.
can. It was super
Yeah.
fun. So you play also DJ sets sometimes.
Yes.
I thought you were not playing DJ sets at all.
No, I play it just
Yeah?
sets. Yeah.
Do you enjoy too? What do you prefer?
I prefer live acts. I think.
Yeah?
Live acts I prefer. Yeah.
What do you
Because
prefer?
it forces me to make new music and rethink my music all the time. DJ sets is basically you're playing mostly other people's music, so there's no.
Yeah.
You don't really have to think too much about your own
It's
work.
less challenging maybe for you.
Yeah, it's not so much challenging. But live act, you have to start preparing it months before.
So you started it with more teaching or producing or both at the same time? Like what was the beginning of your musical journey?
No, it was mostly producing. So I started producing 2009, 2010, around that time, period of time. First year was very bad. All the production sounded really terrible. It was very
Classic.
actually-
Classic.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I thought I actually thought to quit, but so it was basically 3 years of producing. Then I start DJing because I start putting music out, and then clubs start reaching out. Of course, that's how it works.
So do you consider more yourself as a producer or a DJ?
Yeah, more
Yeah,
more
producer?
of a producer. Yes.
So how did you felt in love with that music at first? Like was it with Drexia? I guess maybe.
Yeah, so actually I had a lot of influences before. Miami bass, 80s music, also when I was even younger, hip hop, of course, French hip hop as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you give some names maybe?
Boba, but before.
Booba?
Yeah, but
Ah,
before.
yeah.
Back
Le
in
Duc
the
du
day.
9-2.
No, I think it's more
He's
trap
from my
now.
area.
Ah, yeah, he is,
Yeah.
okay.
Of course.
I like his sound.
What's your favorite song from Booba? Do you know 9-2 Yveron?
I don't know how to say it in French.
That's my favorite.
Which one?
9-2 Yveron. Nuevo
Oh, yeah,
dos
I know.
Yveron.
With a lot of...
You have to listen to this one, it's very good.
I think I know that one.
Yeah, it's super cool.
A lot of auto-tune there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Nouveau
Yeah.
riche, ma Lamborghini.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, of course. I know that one.
So yeah, French hip hop. And then what made you like felt in love
No,
with
so it was basically hip hop when I was younger. New metal like Limp Bizkit. You're still young and you listen all these guys. Korn, Sepultura, Metallica, metal. Then I went to hardcore, punk hardcore as well. I have like this tattoo of Black Flag was my favorite.
Yeah.
I have like
But
one
show-
of my. Yeah, so it's one of my favorite punk bands, and then from there I had some colleagues of mine who were into the metal scene, and we started going to drum and bass gigs. So my first gig was actually Goldie is going to play tonight.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that was my first contact.
First gig or first
gig
time
that I went
on-
to check. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
first time I went to a gig. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was Goldie, 2007 or 8, I'm not sure, in Alex Factory in Lisbon. It was my first contact with electronic music, was drum and bass.
First wow.
Yeah, because you could headbang, like
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
almost the same BPM and everything is almost the same, so you can go fast on that. And then it took from there. So I start checking drum and bass, jungle was my first.
You must be super proud, like, to play on the same stage as him, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
I actually is gonna play techno tonight, I think. So
I know
I'm
it's
very.
here. No, it's on the stage too.
I on the anti-stage. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
but it's gonna play not jungle.
Ah ouais?
It's gonna be a techno set, yeah, tonight.
Ah, okay. Sorry, didn't know. So yeah, big love story.
Yeah.
Jungle, drum and bass.
Yeah,
And then I just came to electro.
yeah, no, and then I entered the UK scene, and then from there, but I never thought of producing there. So and then I used to go to a shop, clothing shop in Lisbon. It's called Skywalker, and the guy there is John. Is South African. His parents are Portuguese, but he's South African. And he was a big DJ back in the day, like in the 90s. And I started hanging out on the shop, and he started showing me all this music. And he put Drexy on the shop on the sound system, and then I was, Drexy, man, you have to listen to
It's in the
Drexy.
shop, yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Okay.
Drexy, man, you have to listen. These guys are crazy.
What was the very first track you heard from them? Like Haze?
No,
No?
it was not like Haze.
That would be fun.
It was Digital Tsunami, I think. Yeah, or yeah.
Which is super good too.
Yeah, I love that track.
So why like Haze? Is it like your favorite track ever, or just you like how it sounds?
I was so into Drexia then that when I was making music, I decided that I wanted to take a name of a track. So I actually check all the albums.
Okay.
I went through all the albums and then I picked up Lake Haze. I just liked it.
That's a good
there's
name.
there's no really a big history behind the name choice.
What do you
I
like
just
the most about them? Like, is it more for the music, the storytelling, like both at the same time? Like, what is so fascinating about Drexia?
I like the narrative of the tracks, the story that they tell on the track itself, and the influence that you can feel from Kraftwerk there. But there's always a very futuristic touch.
Sure.
And it was amazing when I listened to those tracks. I was actually ashamed of myself for not knowing it before, so because they are so good. And
There's a
yeah.
lot of people going out like every Saturday night. I still don't know who Drexia is. Like, really,
Yeah, I
don't be
know,
ashamed
I
of
know.
that. Never.
Yeah, but it was amazing, and so I obsessed a bit on their music, on their history. Then I checked James' other projects, of course.
Yeah, sure.
And it helped me a lot. It's a big influence on my music, on my work. The fact that you don't have to make only heavy tracks, you can tell a story on the track is very, I don't know, very compelling. Yeah.
And if you had like that kind of, storytelling in your music, what would be your story?
I don't
Were
know.
you born
They had this.
in the sea? Like,
No,
what would
yeah.
be your story?
I have no idea. They have a good.
About your new album, you know what?
Oh, my new album. My new album is I don't know. I'm in Eastern Europe, in the middle of some brutalistic city, empty city full of fog, and I'm just walking around listening to music.
Yeah, cool
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it's a cool story, bro.
When is it gonna be released? Soon? Winter?
Yeah, so I think in
Because of the fog.
October, November. I want to release it in the winter. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the vibe.
Yes.
Like, it's not a
because
summer
of the
album.
vibe. No, it's a winter
Yeah.
introspective album. Yeah.
Like you said introspective. Like, in what way? Like, what were you introspecting at this moment when you composed it?
It's not an album for you to be in an after party or hanging out with friends listening to it. I think it's just for you to be alone with yourself, walking or in the bus.
Like more ambient or not
It's
there?
a bit of ambient, very warm music with distortion pedals, a bit of lo-fi house from back in the day, and jungle and EDM. Yeah, no electro on this one actually.
What was the mood you were into when you produced it? Like, what was the vibe of your life at this moment?
Yeah.
When was it first?
Yeah, sometimes I produce music every day, and when I wake up in the morning, I go through all the tracks that I've done, and if I see that there are some connecting dots on some of the tracks, I pull them aside, and then I start working on an album around
Okay.
that.
This is why you have so many albums.
Yes.
Like 4 or 5?
Four
Yeah,
albums.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay. And you had like another EP released like in May, something like that?
Yeah, so it was Clone.
It was much more club.
Yeah, it was more club, very Drexel influenced there. West Coast, of course, Dutch West Coast vibe. It's in the making for, I would say, half a year. So going back and forth with Surge from Clone. Yeah, but was amazing because like it's probably one of my favorite electro records that I've done, of course.
Yeah, you seem to have like many ways of working, you know, like your music can be like so different. Like, I wonder how it can be a day in the studio with you. Can be many things, no?
Yeah, it depends on the mood actually. Yeah.
Okay, can you describe like maybe 2 different days at the studio? Like one in a, I don't know, good mood, and one in a like less
I don't
good.
know, it doesn't really depend on my mood. I can be happy making sad music, or I can just be very sad and then I make some very uplifting house track. So I don't know, like it really depends.
You don't have routines or stuff like that?
No. I usually start with the drums and then I go to the synths and the melodies, but I don't think too much about that. I don't want to restrain myself when I'm making tracks.
So you said you're making music like every day?
Yeah, every day.
Every day of your life?
Yes, every day.
Since like
now,
10 years?
since I would say since the last 7-8 years, I make music, a lot of music.
You mean like it's natural for you like to make music every day, or is it kind of discipline, you know?
Well, it's
kind of both?
I take it very methodical, so I force myself to make it. So it's not something like, okay. Sometimes there's a day that I produce tracks and they are very bad, so I just put them aside. But I force myself to be on the studio every day. Yeah, be with the machines in this case. Yeah.
So what will be on your mind like for the next, I don't know, weeks, months? Is like, what will be your life about?
Yeah. So actually, I'm going to be on the studio for the next 3 months. I refused gigs actually. I'm not gonna play any gig for the next 3 months because I want to be in the studio and I want to work on the music for the next year. So I forced myself also to do that. So I just forced myself to be in the studio, no gigs, just making music.
Just focus on music.
Yes.
Okay, so many music we can expect for next year.
Yes.
We're super lucky. Thank you so much.
No,
Do you have a word to conclude?
Sorry?
Do you have a word to conclude for Rinse listeners?
So this is Rinse France. So I want to thank everyone in France. It's one of my favorite countries to play.
What?
I have a lot of. I enjoy every time I go there. It's amazing energy. Especially my old records are still loved there a lot. The Arenas and the techno records. So big shout out to my French crew.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rinse.